Hi guys, do you find Windows 10 running slow on your PC? Well, in this tutorial video I'll show you how to speed things up a little bit. So let's start. Okay guys, so here I am in Windows 10. Obviously your desktop will look different, but easy to follow on, I'm sure. Press start, press the little gear up there for settings. It might look slightly different on yours, but it's quite easy to find. Oh, sorry, make this a little bit bigger so we can see what we're doing. Okay, right, go to privacy first. Now then, this is all dependent on how you want things to run and look and what you want to look on your system, but it does help the system and it does speed things up if you turn quite a lot of these off. So, under General, we've got let apps use advertising IDs to make ads more interesting to you. This is switched off. Obviously, if you want to keep it on, keep it on. Let websites provide local relevant content by accessing your language list. Off. Let Windows track app launches to improve start and search results. Off. Don't know why, but you don't really need any of that kind of thing. Like location. Turned all the location and everything off. Choose apps that can use the precise location, only if you want certain apps to know where you are, say for instance Cortana. Messaging, maps, I don't use any of this. This is a desktop PC, so these kind of apps I don't use, to be honest with you, so I've just turned everything off. Go to your camera, let apps use camera for hardware. Now obviously I've got Skype, so I will be turning that one on. Don't know why, but when you turn that one on it turns everything on. So we'll just knock everything off. I do not use Microsoft Edge, so I won't be using that. Photos, store, so it's just Skype that I'll use that for, so we can keep that on. Microphone, I don't use any apps that use the microphone that are actually built into Windows 10. I'm recording this on Audacity, which is a standalone piece of software that you can download. So all this is turned off for me. Notifications, let apps access my notifications. It's up to you again whether you want to turn it off or turn it off. Nope, turn that off. Let apps access my name, picture and other account info. Now, you might want to keep this on for certain apps. I'm not too sure how that works because I don't really use it. But maybe Facebook and other apps like that probably use that. Contacts, no, I don't use contacts or anything like that. I just use my phone for contacts and things like that. All this is turned off. Calendar, I don't want anything to access my calendar. Information, call history, no, I've turned call history off. Email, let apps access and send email. Don't trust that one for some reason. I've turned that on and off. Tasks, depending on what applications you have installed, may need to be switched on for certain ones to work. I'm sure you'll find out pretty much if you turn it off and then try to use an app and it says it needs it to be on. You can come back here and switch it on at any time. Messaging for text and M&S, I don't send any kind of messages off the desktop, so all that can be turned off. Radios, I don't use the radio station on my desktop, so I turn that off. Other devices. Sync with devices, trusted devices. I've turned all this off. I do have a Windows Phone, but I do not sync it up to the desktop. I keep them completely separate. Right, Microsoft Diagnostics. You really do want to be turning this off. There's no need to have this switched on. As for my feedback, never. Okay, background apps. Mine is switched to on, and you can choose which apps run in the background. I don't see why any of these should be running in the background, really. Unless you use them constantly. Now, I'm not entirely sure why 3D Paint's turned on there. I'll turn that off. Quick note as well, some Windows updates that you install, it's worth coming in back here and checking again, because some of your preferences may have been changed back to on by default by Microsoft, which is frustrating to say the least, but you can come back in here and turn it off. I'm not entirely sure why it does. But like I say, always worth nipping back in here every few months and making sure everything's turned off or on depending on what you set it to. Okay, so yeah, back to the background apps. You might want to turn a few of these on depending on which you use. I don't really use any of these. Obviously I use Skype, but you know, not very often, so that can be left on. View 3D I don't use. The Windows Defender Security Center, leave that on. Wireless Display Media Viewer, off. Do not use that. App Diagnostics, I keep this turned off. I don't really see a need to use it. Obviously, depending on what you use your desktop for, you might want this switched on, and the same with everything else. Okay, next, let's go to the Start button again. Click it, press MS Config, and then click on System Configuration. Okay, in the Boot Advanced options, you can change the number of processes that actually start on the computer. Now, I have all mine turned on due to the fact that I do a lot of video editing, video processing, rendering, things like that. So I like to keep all mine on. But if you use your computer for, let's say, just a bit of web browsing, word processing, things like that, a bit of Skype, Facebook, you could probably lower this down. Say, for instance, if you've got 4 running, you could probably knock it down to 2. It's up to you, really. But I like to keep all mine on. Maximum memory as well. This machine has got 16 gigs of memory in it, so it basically uses all my memory. You can restrict it to whatever you want. You can type in anything you want in here, so you could restrict it to, say, 3,000 or, whatever you want it to, 10,000, so 10 gigs. It's up to you, but no, we'll just turn that off for now. Okay, services. So what this is basically is all the services that boot up with your computer and start running from the beginning. What you need to be doing is hide all Microsoft services, really. They need to be running. And what you're left with is everything else, pretty much, you don't need. What I would suggest is keep your antivirus software running, which is these that are ticked here. Anything else pretty much can be turned off and on. To disable it, you basically just untick it. The ones that are ticked are enabled, so whichever you want to do. At this point, you don't even have to click apply yet. We can do that at the end. Next, let's go to Startup. To manage startup items, use the Startup section of the Task Manager. Let's open the Task Manager up, and what this is a bunch of software programs that will launch when your desktop launches. This all runs in the background before you've even started doing anything on your computer. So, anything that you don't want to be running in the background when you start your computer, you can either enable or disable. You'll see that I have my Skype disabled. Obviously, you can still go and click Skype and it will work. It just doesn't start up at the beginning of the computer. This, in effect, makes the boot up process a lot quicker. So you can right click, click enable, and you'll see that it enables it if you want it to start up, or just disable it. It's up to you. So find what you want to be starting up at the beginning and enable and disable what you want. Let's come out of the Task Manager, and we're back in the System Configuration menu, and all you need to do is click Apply, and those will be saved for you. Okay, next thing you want to do is go over to the Start button and type Control. Click Control Panel. Yours may look like this. If it does, go to Category and click Large Icons. It brings up a lot more options in this window. Press System, Advanced System Settings, go to Performance, click Settings, and here is where you want to adjust for best performance. What that will do is it will just untick all these boxes, and it's just basically extra little features that you don't really need. A lot of people do like some of the things that it does. For instance, now when you move the windows, you can't actually see the windows moving until you unclick and let go. It depends what you like. You can actually change this if you go back into Advanced System Settings, go back into Settings. You can actually just tick the ones that you want to keep. In this instance, show Windows contents while dragging. Just click Apply and you'll get that back. So it's up to you guys what you want to keep. I'm going to let Windows choose what's best for my computer, but like I say, to speed things up, you can click to this one. Okay. Next, you want to go into the power options. There should be, there it is, show additional plans. If you click down, yours may be set to balanced. You can click it to high performance, which basically it might use a little bit more energy, but it will make everything run more efficient and use the power necessary to run everything smoothly. If you don't want to use that little bit of extra energy, just click it back to balanced, but to make things quicker and faster, I suggest you use high performance. Okay, that's that one. We can come out of that menu now. Okay, next, if we go down to start, click the start button, type in PC, and click this PC. And what you'll find is your hard drives here. Now, all you need to do is right click the C drive, or whichever drive Windows 10 is installed on your system, and click Properties. And once there, you can go to Disk Cleanup, and then from here clean up system files. Once it's done that, you can actually tick all these. You don't really need them. Temporary internet files, program files, basically all these things are not necessary to keep on your computer. Temporary Windows installation files, these are files that we use to actually install Windows. You don't need them. You can tick the box to delete offline content, previous Windows installations, all this can go. And before you click OK, you can go to more options. You can click Clean Up, which will take you to uninstall and change programs, so you can take any program that you have installed that you don't use or want to get rid of and install it there. You don't need that at the moment. And click OK. Are you sure you want to permanently delete these files? Yes, we are. Okay, once that's done, we can click OK and get rid of that screen. Next thing I want you to do is restart the computer. So all those things will take effect, and then we can do one last thing to make it run a little bit faster and smoother. So restart the PC and come back. Okay, once you've restarted the PC, go down to the start button again and click on it. Now type in PC, click this PC, and we can go over to the C drive, I do believe it is, and click Properties. And what you want to do is go into Tools, Optimize, and I've clicked C drive. Now your Windows 10 might be on a different drive, but most of the time it's going to be your C drive. And what you want to do is click Analyze. And what this is going to do is analyze your C drive, and mine is 4% fragmented, which is not too bad. But what you'll want to do is click Optimize, and what this is going to do is it's going to basically move all the free space in your hard drive to the end of the drive. So everything that's installed on it is brought forward to the drive, so it's quicker to access. The computer can access this information quicker, and hopefully it'll make the software programs that you have installed load up a little bit quicker, run quicker. So that's what that is for. Warning, do not use this for a solid state drive. They have a different optimizing process, a separate software which will come with the solid state drive, so do not use this. Anyway, with that being said, go ahead and fragment your drive. Now this will take a while, which is why I've left it till the very end. So once you've fragmented it, you can shut your computer down and restart it. So yeah, there's just a few things that you can do to speed up Windows 10. You can actually buy software cleaners. They're called software and PC cleaners, which will do a lot of that I've just shown you automatically, plus a few other things. They'll clean your registry as well, things like that, optimize space better and things like that. There is a few software programs out there, so feel free to check them out. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found it interesting and helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. And of course, if there's any tips and tricks that I might have missed, which I'm sure there are quite a few, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Anyway, that's it for this tutorial. Thanks very much, guys.